Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to the channel. And today we're gonna do something a little different. As you can tell from the thumbnail, probably the caption, and the pace of this video, that we're getting a little personal today. I'm gonna let y'all in about who I am, where I came from, to pretty much how I got to where I am now. Not sure if you ever heard the analogy, if you ever seen a turtle on a fence post. You can't help but wonder how it got there. And could be a terrible analogy, but it made sense to me whenever I heard it. Um, so I'm the turtle on a fence post, and my brother slash father slash pops, Ricky, he is the reason why I am where I am. Like, y'all see me on the camera, y'all see me the most, but Ricky is the reason I am where I am today. Like, the tiny house that you see, I originally moved it here 2018, and a lot of this was all growed up. Before this was even here, I was staying in a tent back there where the original tent is at. But so when I had it, it looked nothing the way that it does now because one, Cam was living with me at the time, and two, I just didn't have the financial means to pimp it out the way that I really could have. But anyways, off of that, so yeah, the layout that you see now, like from top to bottom, that's all Ricky's doing. That's him. So I want to give him his flowers. He been waiting for that to let y'all know that that wasn't just done overnight. So he is the reason that the building look that it does, the creek, almost everything that you see out here, Ricky is a huge part behind it. So before I want to get in this video, I must give him his flowers. And on YouTube, his name is Big Uncle Rick. Y'all want to go show him some love, man? Please, please, please do so. But with me saying that, I gotta also backtrack a little further because he is my biological brother, and we do have the same mother. So don't get that confused. We are still brothers. Me, Stan, Ricky, Tip, Keisha, Dustin, we are all still brothers and sisters because we came from the same mother. But there was a time period where my mother had got on drugs. So before me and my sister got too deep into the system, my brother Ricky, at the age of 19, that's when he adopted me and Keisha. And he could not get Dustin because Dustin was born with special needs, so he needed a little bit more care. So, well, I don't know if I really need to get into that, but or get into that yet. But let's just keep a pin on that. So yeah, Ricky took care of me and Keisha, and Keisha, she had a father, so I believe that's when he stepped in and started taking care of her. But me and Ricky, we was stuck to the hip like this, like every moment I can remember of me waking my eyes, Ricky has always been there, like always been there. So just wanted to clarify that because we are still biological brothers and sisters. Big Stan, he is the oldest. Then there's Ricky. Then you got Tiffany. Then you got Keisha. Then there's Dustin, and then there's me. I am the baby of all of them. So as I was growing up, of course they young, they young parents, so they out doing whatever because they got a young brother to babysit. So that's where the name came from, like, and just always had my little nieces and nephews just Uncle Reggie, Uncle Reggie, Uncle Reggie, and it just, I guess it gave me a sense of, I don't know the word I'm trying to look for, but it just authority maybe, because I was always the one that they was looking to when they was hungry, they was thirsty, crying, trying to figure something out. So that has always stuck with me, and that's where the name Uncle Reggie come from. So about me, growing up, I played sports, every single sport you could think of: football, basketball, baseball. I played all those from the age of 8 on up, and well, basketball was younger because Ricky used to be our coach. Hopefully, y'all can get him to open up about his side of the story and everything. Throw him under the bus with that one. So yeah, I was playing sports my whole life. Football was like the one that I was just the dominant in. So football is what got me my scholarship, and Ricky is the one who he invested in me in the sports. So yeah, football was that thing that took me away from everything. That as I look back on and reflect on it, I feel like nothing fazed me because of I had football, I had other sports to like indulge in. That's what I do encourage sports for. Like, another point hitting on Ricky, probably you're gonna hear his name a lot because he is the reason why I am what I am today. So yeah, like he was hard on me. Like, so when he watched my sport game, first off, you're gonna hear him in the crowd. So it wasn't no secret who he was there to see, like nothing. Like he was, if I'm messing up or I'm playing below my means, he gonna let me know, and everybody else gonna know it. And then once I start stepping up, you're gonna hear that too. So that's who he was, and that's because he believed in me. And so with him always having that belief in me, and just seeing where I was letting off the gas, and and he would call me out on it. That helped me when I was on my own, because once you're on your own or your kids get on your own, they're gonna be out there making their own decisions, but it instills a different type of drive in you. So before I was leaving off to college, we in Ricky's driveway. Ricky telling me, we giving a goodbye speech, the hug and all this. Guy looks me in my face and tells me that my father, well, the person that I thought was my daddy growing up, I'm 19 at this time, isn't my daddy. So, you know, and of course, Ricky, he just told me, I was like, man, you take it how you will, like, family, we always, like, gave me that spirit, like, but it was just like I had to drive 3 to 4 hours up the highway, like, with that on my mind. Like, I didn't even know how to take that. Like, so yeah. So, and I'm going to Division 1. This ain't just switching high schools. This is going to some place that's going to mentally challenge you and try to mentally break you. So the coach that recruited me, he coming to the house, him and my mama and Ricky, they laughing, talking and giggling. And I will never forget the very first day of training camp. That whistle blow, I'm just there in the middle of everybody, and I don't know what happened. But the whistle blew, the horn blew. It was a beehive. Like, everybody just started going everywhere. And this coach that was just in my house, just talking, all smiling and giggling, he was beelining it right to me. So I'm like, yes, like, somebody gonna tell me what to do. And I'm seeing him yelling, but I'm not registering what he's saying. But he cussing me out, calling me every name in the book because I was in this drill area. And I'm like, yo, coach, I don't know where to go. And he, get the fuck out of here. Like, da, 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 da. And I mean, I'm lost. Like, I am completely lost, y'all. Like, so I don't know who ended up putting me where I needed to be, but that memory is just embedded in my head of, like, seeing him in my house and then seeing him just like running at me and just cussing me out. Like, and that's what college is. It ain't no fun and games. It's these coaches that is come and they love you, like, they going to cuss you out, they gonna treat you like you nothing. But it's all a part to try to break you. They want to see how weak you are. If you weak, you just gonna go home, and then whenever you see them the next time, they gonna shake your hand, they gonna be nice, tell you, sorry it didn't work out. But you gotta have a different type of grit to, like, make it through them places. So y'all see how Ricky is. He joked. Y'all ain't see how hard he was on me on sports, but I needed that to survive in that next level. Right. So I was telling y'all about the first weeks of college. So right. So this is literally this perfect timeline, and I'm kidding. I kid y'all not. Then my sister's call. My sister Tip called, and, like, the only thing she said was they took him. I'm like, took who? Like, she was like, Ricky. I'm like, took him for what? Like, she was like, the prison. And I couldn't do that. I just hung up the phone and bawled out, like, just bawled. And there goes Stan the man. Anyways, like, Ricky had to go to jail like my first year of college. So it's like my first year being out on my own, like, from a boy trying to grow to a man, like, really, like, and then not to have my brother like the way that I usually had him, like, that was a challenge within itself. So that's why I am thankful the way that he did raise me, and the morals and stuff that he did instill in me, uh, because I was able to survive without him, and I'm thankful for that. But yeah, like, that first, that first couple weeks to that first few months of college was definitely a mental battle. And also, matter of fact, in that May, for my graduation, they was trying to get Dustin to come to my graduation. I told y'all I'll bring this back. Yeah, they was trying to bring Dustin to my graduation, and Tip was calling around to the place where she was at, And that's when we found out that Dustin had passed away a year prior to when we had just found that out. So, you know, that like hearing that as well, like of course, like uh, you know, we didn't get to see him and had that many that encounters, but still it's just like losing a brother and you know, part of who you are, that's just still like it hits you, you know. So that's why I got him on my neck, my arm, like, cause I ain't gonna forget him, you know. I keep his pictures like on my phones and stuff like that. So trust me, he's still heavily loved. You know? So yeah, this is all in that transition of like graduating high school, going to into college. Like from May, that's when I heard that about my brother. I left to go to college. So yeah, the timeline is definitely pretty accurate. But yeah, with football, my sophomore year, is that when I got hurt? I don't know. It's all running together now. But anyways, playing football, yeah, it was the first 2 years. So yeah, it was 2012. So 2012, I fractured my hip, and so I was trying to get back right. I had the surgeries, did all the procedures and everything. Got to a point to where they just medical redshirted me, and they declared me as like never being able to get to play football again because of my injury. But I did stick with the rehab and working to like get back right because one leg was compensating for the other leg, you know, because one of them was weak or just didn't have the strength that it had. But anyways, over the years, like to this day, like I still feel like the discomfort from it. But I did get back right, and I played at Winston State for those last 2 years of my eligibility. But talked about football, talked about, oh yeah, so with Mama, I gotta bring it back to her as well. She got her life back together. She did, you know, freed herself from drugs. They say that cirrhosis in the liver, that's what it is. It's just like it all catches up with you. So, but yeah, as she was battling that cirrhosis, and I mentioned that I was studying to become a herbalist, um, there was some smoothies and some little remedies that, you know, that we did that she never met it to me, but because she was always like making it seem like it was the hardest thing in the world. But she did tell my brother and sisters that the stuff that we was doing was actually working for her. And I actually could see the swelling in her legs, like it was starting to go down at times. So I definitely seen that the stuff was working, you know, other than that traditional medicine, because the traditional medicine was making her forget. Like I would wake up and she would be, you know, the pills was all on the floor, and you know, it just wasn't really. I don't know. I ain't gonna say that, but I can say the stuff that I was giving her, like it was allowing her to like get up and down and move around, and she wasn't feeling the discomfort